I was the youngest of seven. Grew up here in Kansas City all my life. I grew up with both parents in a Christian home. When I turned 21, I had my first child. I had my daughter.
Okay.
Single, wasn't married. My mother wasn't too happy about it.
Okay.
She was not too happy about it, and that kind of changed our relationship. I didn't go over to the house. We weren't really speaking, and this went on for a couple of years.
So let's just kind of fast forward a little bit to your first marriage, which was about at the age of 25.
I'm wanting to give my child this picture of what a family is. I felt like I was doing all the necessary steps to provide that or give that to her. The package was wrapped very well, but I felt like there was a feeling of every time I tried to do something right, I was failing. And that was the hardest thing because when people think so much of you, you try to live up to those expectations. You try to your best within you. There were other things that, in the marriage that also caused, the marriage to dissolve. It was hard, but I had my support base and I was able to, go through that divorce, recover, and move forward. Got back involved in the church, working fully. Then later on, it was several years. I got remarried again, and we're back to that place again of having a child.
Okay.
I was dating his father at the time, and to that, we decided to get married. And during that time, we were married for 9 years, but of that 9 years, 8 years into our marriage, my mom passed away. Found out the doctors gave her exactly 3 weeks. I was there every day. She just got really, really sick, and she was in a lot of pain, and it was just me and my two brothers. She just wanted us to pray. She said, "You guys pray." Her last words to me was, "Thank you, Candice." To hear her say, "Thank you, Candice," was enough. Regardless of what I did over the years, that moment was everything. A year later, my husband said, "I'm taking the car through the car wash and I'll be home." And I said, "Okay." And probably 30, maybe 45 minutes after that, I get a phone call that he had been shot. Once I got him to the hospital, they were able to get him stabilized. 3 days later, we were on our way to pay respects to a friend of his. I was going to let him out at the door, and he said, "No, I'll walk in with you guys." And so I parked the car, and we walking down the parking lot, and he said, "Let me catch my breath." Then my husband turned towards me, so we were like face to face, and he just put both of his arms on me. And he just wasn't responding. And he just started getting heavy, so I had to put him down on the ground. And our kids were with us. I'm thinking, things are going to be okay. The doctors are saying these are in and out wounds. Wasn't expecting to get to the hospital, and they're saying, "Call the chaplain." She's saying, "They're doing everything that they can, Mrs. Hooks. They're working on your husband. They've been working on him for 20 minutes. And I'm like, "I just saw them put him in the ambulance. He was still kind of responding." She said, "Well, if you want to go back, you can go back." And to see him laying there and them working on him, and I'll forever have those images. Forever have those images. I was paralyzed. I was numb. After my husband passed, kind of going through a significant part of what helped me was the women's conference. And Mother Pryor was one of the speakers. And her message was built to last. And not knowing she had lost her husband, couple of months
Just a
prior.
couple of years.
And to see her still standing, still able to move forward, encouraged me so much. Some days, you feel like you can't make it. Some days you don't want to make it. But there has to be something within you to say that I can make it, I can recover, I can get past this. And part of that is having a good support base, which my church family, when I say my church family was there for me through both of my losses, they were there for me. Very important to have a faith community. Even if you don't have one, get one. Find someone that is a good support for you that can help walk you through the process. I believe that you can recover all. You can recover all.
Well, we thank you so much. Can I hug you?
Thank you.